Okay, so good afternoon, grade 9 students. Today, we will discuss our lesson for the quarter 4, week 3 in MAPEH. So first, we have here in music. So our topic in music is we have the vocal music of the Romantic period. So the Romantic era brought further changes in the world of vocal music. So the art song, or which we called the live, became a special category in the vocal music. So composers great strides during the time to closely associate with the text or words of the piece with its musical counterpart. So we have here example of the Romantic period opera. So first we have here the La Traviata, or its English name is the Fallen Woman. So this is by music by Giuseppe Verdi from 1831 to 1901. So the synopsis or the summary of the La Traviata, or the Fallen Woman. So at one of her brilliant super parties, the beautiful but frail demi-mondaine, or when we say demi-mondaine, it is a woman who is supported by a wealthy lover. So the name of that woman is Violetta Valerie, meets the well-born Alfredo Germont. They immediately fall in love and she decides to abandon her life of pleasure. Okay, so Violetta, one of the parties that she attended, she met Alfredo Germont. And Alfredo Germont, kumbaga, he is rich. So if the woman, kumbaga, magupod siya sa magaranong na lalaki, so ang tawag na is demi-mondaine. So now, nagupod sila duwa. Si Alfredo and Violetta. So Alfredo's father did not approve of their lifestyle in the country and demands that Violetta renounce Alfredo. So because Alfredo is very rich, so they keep on attending parties. So the father of Alfredo, kumbaga, he discovered the lifestyle of Alfredo and Violetta, and he is against of their relationship. Violetta is determined to make the sacrifice, then departs and leave only a note for Alfredo. So even though their life is full of parties, so Violetta loved Alfredo. So Violetta she sacrificed herself. So ginbiyaan niya si Alfredo. And nagbilin lang siya sa single note, or isa ka note lang para kay Alfredo. So one day, she appears at a ball in Flora's house in the arm of an old admirer. So si Violetta was spotted sa isa ka ball in Flora's house where she was accompanied by old admirer, and that is Baron Dupol, which makes Alfredo angry. So when Alfredo saw her together with Baron Dupol, so Alfredo was very angry. So galit na galit siya. Alfredo challenges the Baron to play cards when Alfredo wins consistently. So because of his yung kaaki, Alfredo challenges agdaya si Baron Dupol na mag-play cards. And Alfredo keeps on winning. So diretso ang iyang daog. Unable to persuade Violetta to go with him, so after that, Alfredo encouraged Violetta nga magupod sa iya. So Alfredo told her na bayaan mo si Baron Dupol. But Violetta, kumbaga wala siya nagpasugot. Alfredo insults her. So kung wala na napapayag ni Alfredo si Violetta nga magupod sa iya, So, i-insulto niya si Violeta. After that, Violeta becomes ill. So, nagmasakit si Violeta. And all of her friends desert her, leaving her virtually penniless. So, ginbiyaan, aside sa kumbaga nga, di ba wala nahikayat ni Alfredo si Violeta nga magupod sa iya. So, gin-insulto niya si Violeta. And after that, si Violeta nagmasakit. Hanggang masakit si Violeta, all of her friends left her. And Violeta, kumbaga, wala na siya sa kwarta. So, Alfredo returns to Violeta. Even though, amo na to ang natabo. So, Alfredo, kumbaga, palangga, yagid si Violeta. So, ginbalikan niya liwat si Violeta. Sana all ginabalikan. So, his father told him of the real story behind Violeta's departure from their country house. So, sang gitiyaan, after tungal gi-insult ni Alfredo si Violeta, so nagbalik sa ilang place, and dito niya na-discover, or his father told him, o yung storya sang tatay ni Alfredo, ang natabo, why Violeta left him. So, after ito na discover ang reason naging sa gindian sa ni Violeta, amo naging balikan niya si Violeta. And urge him to seek her forgiveness. And kumbaga, biskan na mo to ang mutong ginhimo ni Violeta sa iya. So nag-asa sang forgiveness. So overjoyed at sight of him, Violeta attempts to rise but falls into Alfredo's arm. So because Violeta was terminally ill na, so magdamasakit na sa kumbaga. So Violeta did her best nga kumbaga ibatuan pang iya nga illness, but hindi na kaya. Kaya gusto niya pa maupod si Alfredo. But it's too late na. So Violeta dies. And that's the end of the story of the La Trabatia or the fallen. Pagsulod, yes.
He died his own.
Next is another opera or romantic opera. The title is Madame Butterfly. So for the Madame Butterfly, so this was done or music by Giacomo Puccini from 1858 to 1924. So the Madame Butterfly was categorized as a romantic tragedy nga story. So the story of the Madame Butterfly, so when American naval vessels frequented Japanese seaports, American Lieutenant Benjamin Franklin Pinkerton met Shosho-san or Butterfly. So during the World War, so ang mga American kumbaga, so they go to different countries wherein they have amo na saang ginatawag nga may mga naval vessels na sila wherein may mga military base sila. So si Benjamin Franklin Pinkerton na met niya ni si Shosho-san and was captivated by her beauty. So when he saw, kumbaga kung nakita ni Benjamin si Shosho-san, so gid siya nang na-captivate sa iya nga beauty because Shosho-san was very beautiful. So Pinkerton rented a Japanese house and part of his rental package is his betrothal to Shosho-san. So because kumbaga sa aton pa si Benjamin na love at first sight kay Shosho-san. Sana all na love at first sight, di ba? So ang ginhimo ni Benjamin, kita mo na love at first sight sa kay Shosho-san, nag-rent siya sang place. And upod sa iya naging rentahan nga place is ang pakaslan ni si Shosho-san. So treating the marriage merely as a casual affair, So, kasaton pa, gini mo ito, it's because nang he is attracted kay Shosho-san. But, Pinkerton returned to America. So, after the wedding, naging biyaan niya si Shosho-san. And, si Shosho-san naman niya, nag-wait sa iya. And, Shosho-san remained loyal. Biskan din biyaan sa kumbaga ni Benjamin. Sana all loyal. Biskan, ginabayaan siya, she remained loyal. So, after that, when Benjamin returned to America, so he met a woman named Kate. So, sa pagbalik niya na sa Amerika, nakilala niya si Kate. And, ginpakaslan niya po si Kate sa Amerika. So, in short, ang asawa ni Benjamin, duwa ka bilog. Okay, so when he returned to Japan, 3 years later, nagbalik si Benjamin sa Japan. Together with his American wife. So, po yung American wife, nagbalik sila sa Japan. He learns that he bore a son with Shosho-san. So, nahibaluan niya nga may bata sa gali kay Shosho-san. So, upon learning that Pinkerton had married another woman, so Shosho-san killed herself. So, sang nabag-an ni Shosho-san nga si, si Benjamin, si Benjamin Pinkerton, may asawa nga iban, nagpakamatay si Shosho-san. So, again, make sure, Shosho-san killed herself because she wants to make sure that Benjamin Pinkerton will take care of the baby. So, she did that para si Benjamin Pinkerton ma-force nga paon ang baby. And that is the story of the Madam Butterfly. Next is for arts. So our lesson for arts is all about the famous Filipino playwrights. When we say playwrights, another term is something used for the writer. So first we have here Francisco Balagtas E. de la Cruz. So he was born on April 2, 1788 in Panginay, Bigaa, Bulacan, and he died on February 20, 1862 of pneumonia. So he was also known as the Francisco Baltasar, and his best known work is the Florante at Laura, which is, most of you here are familiar with the Florante at Laura. Next is we have here Severino Reyes. So si Severino Reyes naman, he is the father of the Tagalog Zarzuela, the son of Rufino Reyes and Andrea Rivera. So Rufino Reyes was born in Santa Cruz, Manila on February 11, 1861. And he studied at San Juan de Letran College and later at the University of the Santo Tomas. So Severino Reyes was a Filipino writer. Aside from being a writer, he's also a dramatist and a playwright. So Severino Reyes died on September 15, 1942, where ang Philippines was under sa Japanese, kumbaga nga, pamumuno. Next is Dr. Ricardo G. Abad. Si Dr. Ricardo naman G. Abad, he is a director. He was born on Manila on August 10, 1946, and his parents are from Cavite and Camiguin. So, si Abad naman, he graduated at the Ateneo de Manila University, which he obtained a Fulbright grad to finish a doctorate in sociology at Fordham University in New York. So after he studied in Ateneo de Manila, so nagsilang sa sociology sa Fordham University, which is in New York. So si Abad naman has been involved for over 120 productions, which is, when we say 120 productions, akong sa kadamo ang mga gintanghimo, yung mga drama, 120. So si Abad naman, many of his theater productions were classic of Western drama, but in terms of Filipino and Asian sensibility, so he likes William and Shakespeare. William Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. So next is we have in PE. So for the PE we have, our lesson is all about the indoor recreational activities. So when we say indoor recreational activities, so these are activities which can be done inside. For example, of indoor recreational activities are badminton, table tennis. So ang muna sila ang mga activities, ang example sa indoor recreational activities. Next is Zumba is an example also of indoor recreational activities. So magamba ka ng Zumba. What is Zumba? So Zumba, di ba? It is a dance. So sa Zumba, may mga benefits na nga makuha. So first, nga benefits nga makuha sa Zumba, it improves cardiovascular health. So if you keep on dancing, so diba, it's good for your heart. Kaya ang Zumba, good sa atin nga cardio. So it helps in losing weight. So if you want to lose weight, you can do that Zumba. So if you are a a body conscious type of person, which is feeling mo tagbok ka, or natakuan ka sa self mo, you can do this type of activity, which is Zumba. So, ang Zumba is hindi ka na yan mainitan. Kahit indoor activity na sa. You can do this at your home. Zumba. So, next, another benefit you can get from Zumba, it is also a stress reliever. So, if you are stressed, it may be from school, from office, so you can do this. Para hindi ka ma-stress, ma-dance ka. So people tend to do this. Gusto nila nga ma-cleanse ang ilang mind. So they keep on dancing. And last, it tones the abdominals. So kumbaga, when you dance, ang imong mga muscles, ka-tone diya. In short, ang mga excess fats nila sa inyong nalawas, gina-burn nyo na. And which makes, kumbaga, sa inyong mga arms, mga legs, is, firm. Hindi siya wala saga, liloy, And next is for health. So our topic in health is all about the preventive and management of intentional injuries. So it is very necessary to know how one can prevent and manage the intentional injuries. So knowing the risk factors that increases the likelihood of one to become a perpetrator of victim of violence can help you protect yourself and others. So we have here different common risk factors that make a person vulnerable to intentional injuries. And these are the following. First, lack of social skills. So, muna sa ang mga risk factors, kumbaga, nga wherein a person is nga na makahimo sa intentional injury. First is we have your lack of social skills. When we say lack of social skills, this is where wala ka friends. You don't socialize with other people. In short, you are introvert. Ang ano lang gusto niya, hindi saya, wala sa kumbaga, ihalubilo sa iba nga tao. Next is lack of self-respect. So, di ba, ikaw mismo sa self mo dapat, irespetuhan mo yung mga kaugalingon because no one will do that for you but yourself only. So, di ba, respect is earned. So, paano kayo respect sa ibang nga tao kung ikaw mismo self mo, hindi mo ma-respeto? Or wala ka respeto sa imo nga self. Next is belonging to a gang. Okay, so for this one naman ang belonging to a gang, ang mga kabataan, just like you, so gusto nila nga mag-join sa mga gang. Because they want to be famous or sometimes cool. Next is carrying deadly weapons. Okay, so ang mga kabataan, sometimes they carry deadly weapons. Like they have small knives in their bags, in their pocket, any means of deadly weapons. Next is having suicidal tendencies. So for this one, having suicidal tendencies, so kumbaga, in their mind, so may mga suicidal thoughts na sila. Na mga damo-damo na sila kakatpaming saran ko paano to end their life. So mga suicidal thoughts. Next is using alcohol and other drugs. Of course, diba, if you keep using ng drugs or alcohol, so you are, ikaw ang reason na makakos ka sa intentional injuries. So because, kumbaga, you are not on your, right mind. So, sometimes, you tend to harm people. Next is unable to resist peer pressure. So for this one, unable to resist peer pressure because of the peer pressure sa imo nga palibot, especially sa imo group or sa imo circle of friends, you tend to do bad things. Next is having dysfunctional family. So when we say having dysfunctional family, this is where ang inyo nga family is gamo. Sa inyo nga balay, your parents are always fighting. Kumbaga, ang inyong way of living is not harmonious. Next is lack of decision-making skills. So for this one, lack of decision-making skills, it means that you tend to depend on other people when it comes in decision-making. So wala ka ng sariling decision. Wherein, kung mag-decide ka, ang ka-decide sa imo is other people pa. Or sometimes, kung anong decision sa iban, ginasunod mo lang. Next, unable to recognize violent behavior. So, for this one naman, so ikaw, kung saan ka, manhid ka na, or hindi ka kabalo ang imo kayo na ginahimo is bad na. So consciously nga, hindi ka aware ng imo galing ang ginahimo or bad na gali. So unable to manage anger and stress. So people tend to do things if they are very angry. Pag galit na galit sila or stress. So, ang ibang na tao, if they are, galit, so they break things. Or sometimes, pinapaupok na nila sa other person. Ang ilang nga, kaaki. Or ilang nga, stress nga ka-feel. Not practicing protection strategies. Okay, challenging authority or breaking the laws. So, you tend to break the rules. So, di ba? Or break the laws. So, di ba, ginahwi mo na siya is para sa aton. It's for our own good. But, ikaw, ginabaliwala and wala mo gina-follow. And last is not joining physical or recreational activities. That means, kumbaga, wala ka nag-join sa any ng mga physical or recreational activities. Ara ka lang sa inyong house, wala ka nag-join, wala mo gina-associate mo self with other people. In short, you are lonely or gaisahanin lang. And that's all for our lesson and week 3 in MAPEH. So thank you for listening for our discussion today.